I got this quote from Dan Lok, famous high-ticket closer, and I believe it to be true. If you don't sacrifice for your dream, then your dream will become your sacrifice. Let me say it one more time. If you do not sacrifice for your dream, then your dream becomes your sacrifice. Ask yourself, what will you give up to have so much more? Is there something in your life that you are doing too much of? Or is there something in your life that you are not doing enough of? To get yourself closer to your goals, dreams, and ambitions, to the vision that you have of yourself and the life that you wish to live, a life of fulfillment, a life much more worth living than the life you have today. Is there anything that you wouldn't do for a life like that, for you and your family? Is there anything that you wouldn't sacrifice for that kind of life? Ask yourself, really think and ask yourself, what would I give up today to have my dream tomorrow? What would I stop doing today to have my dream tomorrow? What would I sacrifice for my dream so that my dream will not be my sacrifice? It's a very important question that I've had to ask myself here in California as I'm going after it, chasing my dream. There have been many times that I've been unsure, many days that I could easily just give up, trade it all, just live the easy life. But I no longer pray for the easy life. I now pray for the strength to endure the hard one. I was listening to a podcast by Ron Carter, Ecom Billionaires. Shout out to Ron Carter. Definitely go follow him on Ecom Billionaires podcast. And he was speaking about how we must just keep going, keep posting. If we are online and we are creating our legacy, our empire, touching the lives of people, just continue. How we shouldn't wish to have an easy story. You know, his story, you can hear a lot about him on his own podcast. He had it rough. He's definitely seen a lot of things in life and endured a lot of things that I have not had to experience. And I'm thankful that I have not been able, and I have not had to go through the kind of life that he's had to go through. But he's still doing what he's doing regardless. He's still providing a platform for people to succeed. And he's continuing to push his message because he understands that when you make your passion your purpose, it will one day become your profession. He says that he doesn't want his story to be easy. He says having a gritty story, having a hard story, a story where you've had it tough, he said it's one of the greatest blessings ever. One of the greatest blessings he could ever have is a gritty story. A story of a person who rose from the ashes. who almost didn't make it. What will your story be, my friend? And ultimately, what will you sacrifice for your dream? And notice I didn't say what would you sacrifice. I used my words very carefully in assuming that by listening to this and by getting this far, you are an open-minded individual and you want something more out of life. So I'm going to assume that you will get everything that you want, desire, everything that you deserve. But what will you sacrifice for your dream so that your dream will not become your sacrifice? Thank you for listening to Jerome Shaw on TOP, that is the Open Palm Podcast, here in Lake Elsinore, California. The open palm means harmony with the world, understanding our place in the world, using our skills accordingly, greeting the world with an open palm instead of a closed fist. My friend, I pray that you received a special message from this episode today, that you would share it with a like-minded individual who is learning and growing, becoming their greatest version. Pay it forward today, as more people deserve to hear messages like this. Someone else needs to hear this message. If you enjoy this content and like this podcast and gain value, the best way to help is to become a supporter by opening your browser to anchor.fm/jshaw, and supporting the podcast there is much appreciated. Also, becoming a patron on patreon.com/Jerome Shaw is much appreciated, my friend, where I post exclusive content you will not find anywhere else. As always, have a blessed day or night, wherever you are, and take care.